From the Cronkite Studios in downtown Phoenix, this is Cronkite News.
This is the #1 priority of the police department right now.
What the Phoenix Police Department is doing to solve the killings in Maryville and how Silent Witness is helping out.
And as next week's Republican National Convention draws near, hear why some local GOP delegates want to change their vote.
Plus, the app Pokemon Go has exploded to become a global phenomenon, but local police want you to be aware of the safety risks while trying to catch them all.
Cronkite News starts now.
Good evening and welcome to Cronkite News. I'm Christina Tatro.
And I'm Cooper Gardner. Thanks for joining us.
A 7th homicide is now linked to the serial shooter targeting Maryville. Phoenix police say it's their #1 priority right now, and they're asking everyone in the valley to help and call in tips to law enforcement. I spoke with Arizona's Silent Witness program, where officers say that's the only way they will keep making advances in all arrests. In almost 40 years, Silent Witness has put thousands of felons behind bars and given out over $2 million in cash rewards.
It's another tool to allow us to really vet what's critical and what can be followed up on the next business day.
The 24-hour anonymous call-in program with a cash incentive connects you directly to detectives of Phoenix Police Department.
We're looking for information on any felony crime, and we have the ability to get that to the investigators.
And Phoenix Police says calling in right now is crucial after a string of 7 deaths and 3 other incidents happened in Maryville and Phoenix by the same shooter or shooters.
We're asking everybody, whether it's our officers or our community, reach out with any information, with any tips. That's really what it's going to take.
Detective Mike Fisher has been answering Silent Witness calls for over 10 years and says they get calls from all kinds of people.
You answer calls from all kinds of walks here. All kinds of people call us up.
And says in this case, it's the community who is going to help catch these shooters.
Nothing's going to be solved until we get a phone call from, in this case, the public is going to help us.
Detective Fisher said that after the sketch of the suspect was released last night, that more and more people have been calling in. Anyone of any age can contact Silent Witness at any time by either calling the numbers on your screen or by texting the word silent.
The city of Phoenix named a new police chief today, and the choice is historic. Current Oxnard, California Chief Jerry Williams will be the city's first ever female chief and the second African-American chief. Williams will replace Chief Joseph Yarner after he retires in October. Before her term as Oxnard chief, she served with Phoenix PD for over 20 years, rising to the rank of assistant chief. She will be formally named as Phoenix's next police chief tomorrow at a press conference. Encounters with police will now be caught on tape in Peoria. The Peoria Police Department is giving body cameras to all officers assigned to the Patrol Service Bureau. The Taser Axon body cameras, as you see here, are about the size of a deck of cards and weigh around 3.5 ounces. The department said in a statement that the cameras will assist officers by creating a visual and audio record of certain duty-related activities. The footage will be downloaded at the end of each officer's shift, and they won't be able to edit or delete what's captured. A select few Peoria officers wore cameras last year as part of a test.
If you're driving down 7th Avenue tomorrow, you may notice a new flashing yellow arrow signal when you turn left on Roosevelt Street. The signal means left turns are allowed after yielding to oncoming traffic and pedestrians. The signal is intended to improve traffic flow and left turn safety directly south of the Interstate 10 overpass. This will be the city's first flashing yellow left turn arrow.
In national news, presumptive Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump is said to be narrowing his selection for vice president. He met with Indiana Governor Mike Pence this morning. Trump hinted at Pence becoming his VP pick yesterday at a rally in Indiana.
I often joke, you'll be calling up Mike Pence. I don't know whether he's going to be your governor or your vice president.
Trump is said to have narrowed his VP list down to 3, including Pence, former House Speaker Newt Gingrich, and New Jersey Governor Chris Christie.
And Donald Trump and Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg are trading barbs. In an interview with CNN, Justice Ginsburg called Trump a faker who, quote, really has an ego. As for Trump, he's now calling Ginsburg to step down. He tweeted this morning that Justice Ginsburg embarrassed all by making very dumb political statements about me. Trump wrote, "Her mind is shot, resign." House Speaker Paul Ryan also weighed in. He's saying it isn't Ginsburg's place to speak out, and by doing so, she showed bias.
Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton is campaigning in Springfield, Illinois today. She again said Trump is unfit to be the next president, is dangerous, and that his campaign is built on creating mistrust and pitting people against each other. But Clinton also admitted that she has improvements to make.
I cannot stand here and claim that my words and actions haven't sometimes fueled the partisanship that often stands in the way of progress. So I recognize I have to do better too.
Clinton also talked about recent police-related violence in the U.S. and stressed the importance of the Black Lives Matter movement. With only a few days left until the Republican National Convention, GOP delegates who are part of the Free the Delegates movement are still hoping to block Donald Trump from winning the nomination. Cronkite News reporter Crandall Brantley talked with delegates about their vote.
Cooper spoke with Arizona Communications Director of the Republican Party on the state delegates supporting the Free the Delegates organization. It's no surprise, both sides have completely opposite viewpoints. A few days before the Republican National Convention, the Free the Delegates organization is continuing to make a push to block Trump from the nomination. Arizona representative of Free the Delegates, Jared White, said the organization is motivating delegates across the country to vote their conscience, but Arizona Republican Communications Director Tim Seifert said that by state law, all 58 delegate votes will go to Trump.
So there's always controversy in politics, but the fact of the matter is those delegates, all 58 of them, are legally bound to support the winner, and in this case, it's Donald Trump.
Now, think about that. You have a law telling you how to vote. What is that? It's telling you exactly how to vote. That's not a constitutional law. I can look at that law on the face and tell you it's not a constitutional law.
According to ARS 16243, each delegate to the National Convention shall vote for the party's presidential nominee candidate who received the greatest number of votes in the presidential preference election. Trump won the state with over 47% of the vote back in March, but White says there's no constitutional law stating a party can cast votes for their delegates.
Well, it's like any other process. The rules are written and people play the game, and if you start to lose, you can't suddenly decide that you want to change the rules.
There's no rule in the National Convention rules, in the state convention rules, or any bylaws that gives the RNC or anybody at the convention to cast a vote instead of a delegate.
White said he spoke with several delegates that do not intend to vote for Trump, and he believes blocking Trump from winning the nomination is not a long shot.
It's a very good chance. I think it's a certainty. You know, in my views, from what I've seen and the delegates that I've talked to, they're committed to the cause. And it's not so much about stopping Trump. This is about kind of declaring an independence from the power structure.
Well, it's kind of like a dog chasing a freight train. What's the dog going to do if it catches the freight train? And Donald Trump right now today is that freight train, and there's no stopping him.
Depend on Cronkite News for coverage of both the Republican and Democratic National Conventions. We have a team of multimedia journalists bringing you Arizona-focused stories here on Cronkite News and on cronkitenews.azpbs.org. Crandall Brantley, Cronkite News.
Thousands gathered in Dallas today for services for some of the officers killed in last week's shooting.
Coming up on Cronkite News, more on the lives of 3 officers killed in Dallas and how they're remembered by loved ones.
And local blood centers have seen a dip in the amount of donations given this summer, but one organization is using a big prize to draw you in.
We are here tonight to explore tough issues.
You've got to have people around you who aren't just laying rose petals in front of your way. And I kid you not, this is true.
Trust is everything.
This has been so much fun.
It's about reaching people.
There are more players on the world stage. The issues are more complex.
We ask the questions that take us closer to the truth.
What happened and what might happen.
Because that's what we do.
Would you like like doing something like I do.
I couldn't do this. I'm not qualified.
I was thinking exactly the same thing.
When I was 12 years old, I was watching great performances on PBS. This program with Nureyev came on. Nureyev in a performance of Le Corsaire, and I was amazed and awestruck. I really wanted to do it. I was street dancing at the time, and I never thought of formal dance until I saw great performances. I knew that I was really a novice to dance, like high dance. I decided to check out the High School Performing Arts, and so one thing led to the next. Today, as a recognized dancer, I absolutely believe that when I saw the performance, it affected me tremendously. And I know that's what happens when I teach. I'm opening an option for them that they hadn't seen before.
Thousands of people gathered today for services for the 3 of the 5 officers killed in the Dallas shooting. Memorials were held for Rapid Transit Officer Brett Thompson, Police Sergeant Michael Smith, and Senior Corporal Lauren Ahrens. The funeral for Thompson was held at a church in Dallas. He was 43 years old and got married just 2 weeks ago. His widow is a fellow transit officer. 55-year-old Smith was an Army Ranger and devoted family man to his wife and 2 daughters. He was remembered at Mary Immaculate Catholic Church. And the private funeral for 48-year-old Senior Corporal Lauren Ahrens is also today. Fellow colleagues say he was a dedicated professional who always had a smile on his face. The 2 other officers killed last Thursday by a sniper will be laid to rest later this week.
Lawmakers gathered on the Capitol steps today to acknowledge the 1-month anniversary of the Pulse nightclub shooting in Orlando.
We are not going away until bills are passed in this Congress to help us honor our oath of office to protect the American people.
Pelosi added that while moments of silence are respectful, nothing is a better substitute than action.
The blood supply Phoenix Hospital's need for trauma patients and surgeries is running very low for this time of year. Cronkite News reporter Jackie Balbuena visited United Blood Services, which is giving donors incentives to donate blood.
Summertime is when people are less likely to donate, but officials hope that the possibility of winning a big prize might entice people to think otherwise. United Blood Services spokesperson Sue Thu said the Arizona blood supply is currently 1/3 below required levels, and this seems to be the usual trend during the summer.
Summer months, the high schools and colleges aren't hosting blood drives, which gives us about 10% of the blood supply normally. On top of that, many of our regular donors are on vacations.
In partnership with United Blood Services, Paychex hosted a blood drive outside their offices in Phoenix to help alleviate that shortage.
I came out to donate because the Red Cross seems to always be everywhere where they're needed. And I've been to a couple of disaster zones during my travels, and I know of their good work that they do.
And if you needed an incentive to donate, not only can you help save lives, but you can also win this brand new car.
Well, United Blood Services is so excited to partner again this summer with the Valley Volkswagen dealers. They've donated a brand new 2016 Passat S to United Blood Services to help inspire about 50,000 people to donate blood this summer.
San Roman did not know about this opportunity, but said he likes the idea.
However they can get the blood, I guess, however they can get it is a good thing.
So now you know, if a brand new car sounds like a good idea, donate blood at any United Blood donation locations for your chance to win one. Thu says you have to be at least 16 years of age to be eligible to win the car, and you need to be in general good health to donate blood. In the broadcast center, Jackie Balbuena, Cronkite News.
A Center for Disease Control and Prevention report released today says those working in farming, fishing, and forestry are at the highest risk for suicide in the nation. It shows there are 85 suicides per 100,000 people in those industries. The CDC says some farmers face social isolation that can contribute to depression. They may be less likely to seek help due to social stigmas and the lack of mental health resources. Those working in education, libraries, and personal services had among the lowest suicide rates, according to the study.
The deadline is fast approaching for thousands of people in the Navajo Nation who are considering selling off land interests. The U.S. Department of the Interior has made offers worth more than $260 million to about 26,000 Navajo landowners. The buyback program is the second phase in a lawsuit over royalties the federal government held in trust for American Indians. This voluntary program aims to buy land parcels and then turn them over to tribal governments. For some, the deadline to accept or reject offers is Saturday.
The drama of Deflategate continues.
A major setback for New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady. Coming up on Cronkite News, a U.S. Court of Appeals weighs in on Brady's 4-game suspension.
Plus, the NFL female coaching pioneer is taking a break from football, but to empower young women. What the former Cardinals intern coach says helped her get into the game of football.
Heaven knows you're a dreamer. Don't hide it from anyone. Don't hide it from anyone. Hey, would you believe me if I said we are here for a reason now? This is our life. This is what counts. This is for us. I will go
This is the real thing. This is where we were born.
One of the amazing things about the history of life on Earth is it keeps learning new tricks.
The animals, plants, really gets in your blood.
Everything's interconnected.
We've got to begin to tell a new story, a story about interaction.
It's something that really touches my heart. There's just massive life everywhere. It's just magic.
The Arizona Cardinals opened their season in Phoenix September 11th against the New England Patriots. But quarterback Tom Brady may not be on the field. A U.S. appeals court denied Tom Brady's Deflategate appeal. Brady and the NFL Players Association had asked the judge for a new hearing on his 4-game suspension. Investigators said Brady probably knew that footballs used in a championship game were being deflated, making them easier to handle. In a statement, the Players Association called the decision disappointing. Brady now has 90 days to petition the U.S. Supreme Court for a final appeal.
Former Arizona Cardinals coaching intern Jen Welter has broken barriers for women, both as a coach and as a medal-winning athlete. Welter said it's important to be first, but as she told girls at Empowerment Summit in Washington, it's more important that you're not last. Cronkite News reporter Megan Finnerty in our Washington bureau attended the summit.
Jen Welter, first woman to serve as a coach in the NFL, told girls at the Girl Up Leadership Summit in D.C., "You have permission to dream."
I really want these girls to know that there are no limits in life, and it's not some kind of a qualifier like, oh, that's a big dream for a girl. There's no such thing.
For Welter, even dreaming was unheard of. Girls couldn't have a career in football. Welter called her introduction into men's indoor professional football a publicity stunt.
So I made history as the first woman to play running back on a men's professional football team because I wouldn't let them use me. It wasn't a legitimate shot when I got there, but I made it one.
Before coaching at an Arizona Cardinals training camp, Welter earned a PhD in psychology and won 2 golds for the women's U.S. national football team before playing and coaching the Texas Revolution indoor professional football team. But coaching hasn't stopped since Coach Den left Arizona.
This week I am coaching at the Pro Football Hall of Fame Academy. They brought in some of the top guys from around the country to get coached up.
Director of Girl Up was proud to have the first female NFL coach speak to 280 girls.
And I think that she's the exact type of inspiration and role model that I really want to put in front of the girls of Girl Up, because I want them to know that anything's possible. And Dr. Jen just really embodies that.
Welter told girls they have a responsibility.
The responsibility of being first in anything that you do in your life is that you make sure not only are you the first, but you're not also the last.
Kilby says girls can do anything.
They will change the world for the better, and if we can all stand behind them and have confidence in them and frankly get out of their way and let them do it, we're all going to be in a better place for it.
Welter said she would come back to Arizona.
I would love to. Bruce Arians could pick up the phone and call me tomorrow and I would be there for him in a heartbeat. I love that team. I love the fan base, and everybody in Arizona was just fantastic. I miss them every single day.
Reporting in Washington, Megan Finnerty, Cronkite News.
The 280 girls who participated in the 3-day leadership summit organized by the United Nations wrapped up the event today by lobbying with lawmakers on Capitol Hill.
Federal researchers say the Olympic Games in Rio this summer are unlikely to have a substantial impact on the spread of the Zika virus. But a report by the CDC says 4 countries that currently do not have Zika face a risk for outbreaks. Those countries include Yemen at the southern tip of the Arabian Peninsula and the African nations of Chad, Djibouti, and Eritrea.
The sales are in. Amazon says its second annual Prime Day was its biggest day ever. Orders surged more than 60% around the world compared to last year. Prime members bought 2 million toys, 1 million pairs of shoes, and more than 90,000 TVs, all of them on sale. Sales were offered in the US, Canada, and Europe, where Prime membership is available. Amazon says orders grew 50% in the US alone.
People everywhere are out trying to be the very best.
But users of the new Pokemon Go app are being encouraged to play safely, coming up on Cronkite News. Tips from the Phoenix Police Department on how you make sure you don't go too far.
The true measure of all our actions is how long the good in them lasts.
This is who I am, where I'm from.
If you're on the right side of history, you can accomplish anything.
It's a connection between your present and your past.
Come this way. This is good. This is very good.
We are attempting to fulfill the promise of America.
The stories about who we are shape us.
This chance to go through a time machine.
Good heavenly days.
We should know our history.
It informs, but it doesn't constrict you.
It's a framework to carry out human activity.
The sky is the limit.
It started a long time ago.
For only the 3rd time in the award's 74-year history, a Phoenix-based news operation wins the prestigious Alfred I. DuPont Columbia Award for Excellence in Broadcast Journalism. And this year, that news operation is Cronkite News, the news division of Arizona PBS, honored for its work on the groundbreaking documentary, Hooked, Tracking Heroin's Hold on Arizona. Cronkite News at Arizona PBS, award-winning journalism you can count on from the station you trust.
People are having so much fun chasing after Pokemon that at times they may forget about being safe. I took a closer look into how players can be as safe as possible while using Pokemon Go. Using the new Pokemon Go app, players are traveling everywhere to collect monsters. But when it comes to playing safely, situational awareness may be the most important thing to remember.
If you're out in the world trying to catch these characters and you're not paying attention, if you've lost your situational awareness, if you've sacrificed that personal safety, you could potentially open up yourself to being victimized.
Pokemon Go user Tristan Cohen said he knows people who will play while driving, which can be a serious safety problem.
They usually just stop at a stop sign and they'll stay there for 10 minutes trying to catch whatever's there. So I think there definitely is a level of danger that can occur from like driving and doing this.
Sergeant Lewis agreed that chasing Pokemon behind the wheel isn't a good idea.
And then when you add that to driving, people trying to do things while they're driving, it distracts you. It really takes a lot of your attention away from your surroundings and generally being safe.
The app uses a phone's GPS to locate Pokemon in the real world and track your location. This can also be dangerous if users are not careful of where they go.
What happens is that once these people were located on this application, the criminals, the opportunists, would show up at that location, find the person not paying attention, and take their smartphone from them.
If you're going to chase the Pokemon, follow some simple rules.
Be aware of things like signs posted no trespassing, those types of things. We want to make sure that everybody has fun and enjoys being outside and getting around and moving, but being safe about it.
You can check out the Phoenix Police Department on Twitter or Facebook for Pokemon Go memes reminding people to play safely.
Cronkite News is proud to be the news division of Arizona PBS. Here's what's coming up on Arizona Horizon and PBS NewsHour.
On the next Arizona Horizon, a new study looks at the variety of reasons for rising construction costs in Arizona. That's on the next Arizona Horizon.
I'm Judy Woodruff. On the next NewsHour, our series, The End of AIDS, travels to New York, where there are more people with HIV than anywhere in the country. That's Wednesday on the PBS NewsHour.
That's it for Cronkite News tonight. Thanks for joining us.
For top Arizona stories anytime, go to cronkitenews.azpbs.org.